Very good evening, one and all gathered here. Today we are going to see about assignment problem in the subject operation research. So first let us have the detailed agenda for today's presentation. So concept introduction about assignment problem and the basic objective of assignment problem. Then sample example problem illustration. Then what are all the applications of assignment problem in real case scenario? This is how we are going to see the various agenda for today's presentation. Now let us directly move to the concept introduction. Suppose let us take there are n number of jobs to be performed and m number of persons available for doing the jobs. So this is the general notation. Let m be the number of persons availability and n be the number of tasks which is assigned for each person to carry out all the jobs. Assume that each person can do each job at a term by having varying degree of efficiency. See, the person X may do the job in 9 hours, the person Y he may do the job in 5 hours. So with varying degree of efficiency of the people, so we can able to differentiate the time limit. Let Cij be the cost of ith person assigned to jth job. So what is the task to be fixed for a person in order to complete the job? So this is about the general, the conceptual introduction of assignment problem. Next, what is exactly the assignment problem says? So the problem is to find which job should be assigned to which person one-on-one basis. So by doing so, we can able to control the total cost of performing all the job that is said to be minimum. So this is the special kind of assignment problem. So by adjusting the resource constraint in such a way, we have to find out whether the total cost for doing all the activities should be optimized to the minimum level. And this is the general cost matrix table formulation for solving the assignment model. See, you see the column, each column be the number of jobs and each row be the number of persons doing the job. And this is the cost matrix which is assigned here. So the assignment problem can also be solved by using mathematical modeling method. See here, this is the standard mathematical model equation which is given here. Minimize the total cost. So that is the objective function. Double summation. I varies from 1 to n and j varies from 1 to n. Cij into xij. Cij is the cost variable assigned for each person to do the particular job. Xij is the unknown decision variable that is always represented in the objective function. Xij is equal to, if it is 1, that clearly states that ith person is assigned to the jth job. If it is not 1, so whether the job of ith person is assigned or not. So this is the decision variable 0 and 1 subjected to the resource constraint. Number 1, equation number 1. So this constraint which tells about the job assignment constraint, which clearly states that only one job has to be done by the ith person. where I varies from 1 to n. And the second equation which tells about the manpower constraint. So only one person can able to assign, should be assigned to do the job. So this can be mathematically denoted as summation j varies from 1 to n, xij is equal to 1. So what are the objectives of assignment problem? The goal of assignment problem, which assignment problem needs to determine what resources are assigned to which department, machineries, or center of operation in the production process. So this quantitative application can be used in production machinery shop area. So identifying which job numbers are to be allocated in the corresponding machinery. Next one, we have to maximize the efficiency of the production by controlling the cost and maximize the profit. Example problem illustration. Solve the following assignment problem with the help of Hungarian method. The matrix entries are considered to be the process time of each job to each machine, represented in hours as given in the following table format. So here J represents number of jobs and M represents number of machines. So this type of problem is said to be the balanced assignment problem. Why? The reason is it has 5 rows and 5 columns. So it is equally balanced assignment problem matrix. And these are the cost time, the cost matrix which is filled inside the cell, row and column. Say how to read this data. If you take job 1, the row 1, so the job 1 takes 9 hours on machine 1 to operate. Likewise, job 1 on machine 2, it takes a process time of 22 hours. Job 1 on machine 3, 58 hours. So likewise, every row should be allocated the cost matrix according to the corresponding machineries. Now, next one. Using Hungarian method, we have to follow the certain procedure. So here are the procedures that are listed here. So the given problem is said to be the balanced assignment problem with 5 job and 5 missions. So step 1, identify the least cost element in the row 1. You take row 1, identify the least integer. Here 9 is the smallest number compared to the other remaining values in the row 1. So select that number and subtract 9 commonly in the corresponding row with all other values. How to do that? So 9 minus 9, 0. 22 minus 9. Likewise, subtract 58 minus 9. 11 minus 9. 19 minus 9. Okay. So you will get the reduction in value after doing the subtraction. And check whether you have at least 1 0 in each row and column. Then take row 2. So here 43 is the minimum least integer. So 43 minus 43, 0. Then 78 minus 43. Okay, find out the residual. 72 minus 43. 50 minus 43. We subtract 63 minus 43. And this is the final row 2 data. Then same procedure we have to follow for row 3, 4 and 5. So find out the smallest value here, 28. So subtract the value 28 with the remaining number. Here row number 4. So what is the smallest number here? 27. And last row, 5th row, 11. Okay, so these are the remaining value, row 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so we have subtract the row by considering the smallest cost element of each row from all the element in the row of the given cost matrix. And we have to ensure at least one zero entry should be present minimum in each row as per the Hungarian method procedure. Then next, subtract the smallest cost element of each column. We have done for a row in the previous iteration. Now in the next step, take the column. Okay, so find out the minimum number. So here 9, first column, 9 minus 9, 0. Sorry, small correction. Here, go to the previous iteration. 0 is the minimum number. So we have to subtract all other number with the 0. So 0 minus 0, you will get 0. 13 minus 0, you will get the same value. You can see here the column 1. Then subtract second column with the minimum value. You take here minimum value is 0. So subtract the remaining value by considering minus 0. Here also you will get the same value in column 2. Then column number 3. Okay, minimum value is 0. So subtract the corresponding column matrix. So you will get the same entries. And column 4, 2 is the minimum number. Okay, so subtract that with the column 4 cost matrix. 2 minus 2, 0. 7 minus 2, 5. Then 9 minus 2, you will get 7. Then 22 minus 2, 20. 11 minus 2, 9. Then fifth column, minimum number here 10. Okay, so minus 10. Subtract minus 10 with the remaining number. You will get this value in the last column. So this is for column matrix. Identify the smallest cost element of each column from all the elements in the column of the given cost matrix. And here also we have to check whether minimum 1 0 entry present in each column. The next step, we need to ignore certain rows and columns just by selecting the 0 entries in each row and column. See, first row, there are 3 0 entries. Select one. Okay. Here, the second row, 1 0 entry. Select that. The third row, another 1 0 entry. So choose the third row. Sorry, second column. Second column, third row. Then fourth row, third column. There is a 0 entry. And fifth row, second column. Okay. So the highlighted the 0 entries now. So these rows and columns we have to delete it completely. Delete row 1, 2, 4 and the column 2. And find out the non-zero entries in the matrix. So add all the non-zero values in the matrix and find out the total hours, the time duration of performing the job by the people. So this is the final solution, the output, how to solve the assignment problem. Now, what are all the places this quantitative model, the mathematical model assignment problem can be applied in real case application? Say production application, assigning job orders to various missions. Then sales and marketing, assigning different sales territories for the marketing people in order to sell the products. Then assigning the contract to various bidder for designing the tender to evaluate the tender bid evaluation. See here, if there are two competitors are there, which competitor is able to propose a minimum the cost budget for receiving the tender. So we have to assign which competitor is ready to give least cost budget for getting the tender. So for that purpose, the assignment problem can be well suited. These are the different areas of business application as given here. Going over to the conclusion. So based on the previous information, I conclude that assignment problem is one of the quantitative technique applied in the subject called operation research, okay, which helps to design the various resources to be allocated in the created facilities in order to estimate the optimal solution for the problem. So I thank everyone for your patience listening. So thank you one and all. So if you have any queries, so you can type the comments in my YouTube channel. So thank you one and all present.